perfect timing. We're told that Fran Brown is, in fact, joining us now. Coach, it's great to have you on. Thanks for finding a few minutes for us today. I know things are busy for you. How are you today?
Yeah, you know what I was doing. Somebody else was coming in the office to talk about the portal. So, I mean, that's what everybody worrying about, talking about. I've heard that I was ducking the media the other day. I don't duck rec, right? That's not something that I don't do. But I got to make sure the players are fine, right? I meet with the players every day. There's different players and people that I meet with, and they're the most important thing, right? It's not to make sure I can go and speak to people and all. But once I heard I was ducking rec, I said I got to go in here and holler at my boy Fonte and everybody and make sure they know that Fran will never, ever, ever run from anything.
I have no doubt about that, Coach, and we appreciate you coming on and sharing some thoughts with us. So, with that being said, we got to start with the Trebor Pena situation.
Yep.
Walk us through. Tell us what you can tell us about how it played out, and how you and the team are reacting to the news.
So it's a long step with it. First off, I love the kid, right? Trevor's my guy. I recruited him. He came and played for me at Temple. Then he got here. That was 6 years ago. So then I got here. Trebor hadn't played, right? I think he had 20 catches before we got here in 4 years. And there was some things that I had to help Trebor with, that we helped him with as a staff, and that he got better. And he had a really good year last year. He did an amazing job. As all the guys left, there's a lot of pressure, I'll say, in the world. Everybody don't always handle everything accordingly that I may handle it or you may handle it. But what I'll tell you is this, we paid him enough. He was going to get paid more. It was different things that would go there. But there were some numbers that were asked to me that I didn't feel I would be able to do and move on. And of course, I treat him right. I took care of him, done everything that was needed. And I just said, Joe, you got to go. I went yesterday morning. We talked the day before and everything was straight. And then I just was I prayed on it that night. I prayed on it and I kept going through things. And it was why would I try to convince somebody to be somewhere when I know the offense works? Because at Baylor, there was a lot of success with these receivers that all went to the NFL, right? There was success that had other places. And then I was just like, now I got to tell him he need to go. And I've seen this for coming before spring ball. And you just kind of did different things to go on it because you care about someone so much. And but me and the team, I think the team's in a good place. We talked about it. As soon as he went, I discuss everything with my team. I'm very, very transparent. So there's nothing that was not told to them that is 100% the truth that they know about, that he spoke on, that we went through. Man, I wish him the best. And I said, I'm going to be there to help you after next season is done, right? After all of that is over and when it goes through. There was receivers last year when I heard a lot of people upset about, I think it was the Alfred kid or whoever else it was, and someone else left. All those guys left, and I went to go try to see what it was like on the other side, right? A lot of times people think the grass greener on the other side, and then they get there and they find out it was turf. It was never grass. And then in the same sense, it's you got to do what you feel is best, right? Trebor was a really good wide receiver. He plays slot for us, right? We got a lot of receivers here coming in, and there's a lot in the country going in the portal right now. So I'm confident enough that we would do it. Our differences were Trebor is not a coach, he's a player. So he was worrying about things that players don't worry about. Players work. And that's what they do. They work. And I worry about us. Trebor was worrying about his future. I want to make sure I go to the league. I got to make sure I have another year like I had last year. And I'm excited for the kid. I think he's going to go somewhere and have a great year. I got a call from a good friend at a good school up the road. And he asked me about him. I said, he a dog, man. He can play football. He's smart. He's intelligent. It's the kid's 6 years, so he's mature, right? We got a young football team, right? So we're excited for him, man. We're excited for the next step for him. We hope that he does well. I'm looking for him to do well, but it ain't a money thing, so that's for everybody out there. Shit, some of the players, when I told them, I said, he leaving. He was getting paid a little bit, so you know what they was doing that night? I got so many texts about coach. I got to get this. I got a couple of them text me about the number, so they ain't calling upset that he left. Hey, can I get that number? Hey, coach, let me get a couple extra dollars now. You know what I'm saying? That this is freed up. So, we're going to be straight. We got practice today. We still practicing, right? I mean, this is the thing I'll tell you. Kyle McCoy not playing here this year, nor is Fidel, nor is OG, nor is Barron, LaQuint. All those guys had to move on. It was about to be his 6th year. So essentially, we'd have been lucky to have him. But he can move on with those dudes, right? Like they had to move on, and we just got to still build a new football team, right? The thing I look at, you see on the back of where I'm behind me, you see all those great players that play here.
Yeah.
They ain't all play together. It wasn't all on one
Coach,
football team.
Coach, you mentioned it earlier, but, I think a part of the fan base is worried about you are comfortable where Syracuse is with NIL and that didn't play into it?
No. We was going to come back. It didn't play into it at all, but like sometimes people be asking for an outrageous number, like, right? You're not about to make more than every coordinator and all. Like, man, stop. I ain't. With all due respect to everybody in the country, to every wide receiver, to everybody that's doing all this stuff, like, if you gonna make $2 million at wide receiver, that's to blow a homie over at Ohio State. Ain't nobody else making that money. Giving a wide receiver no $2 million, man, in college. Nah, that ain't me. I ain't doing that. I can't do it. Unless they tell me that we get a chance to have Travis Hunter, he could come back to college and he could come here and play for us, then he gonna get some of my check. But I ain't paying nobody $2,000 this year. Not to me. $2 million, whatever. I just say, yeah, we ain't giving nobody that.
How are the players handling this, Coach? Because, we see a lot of guys hit the portal. We generally don't see, a guy who's going to be a team captain and play a 6th year, as you mentioned, hit the portal. How are the players handling the news?
Shit, we had a good walkthrough yesterday. We had good practice and stuff, good meetings. The receivers are... that's their boy, right? So, like, this is a friend. This is my little brother, right? I'm the head coach. Like, dang, that's messed up. Trevor ain't going to be here. But we a next man move. Like, yo, all right, who next, yo? What's up? Like, as a wide receiver, how you think that Justice Ross Simmons or Emmanuel Ross or Lil Booby, like, how do you think they feel that somebody who had 90 catches is gone and you're a wide out and you're competitive with the culture that I create here, right? That we create. I hate saying that's like selfish. With the culture that we're creating here at Syracuse, how would you feel if the Sports Center just had a guy leave, like, and you next up?
Yeah.
Hey, man, well, better
your opportunity.
Yeah, I'm going to holler at him, man. That was good. We still going to text you. You know what I mean? Hit you up. Like, we wish you the best. But we still got to move on. We still going to play a game, the first game of the year. We still going to have practice today. Like, we'll still do all those things, right? So we're focused, man. Everybody going to practice hard. We're going to have a good practice. Look, we get an opportunity today. We're going down to Rochester and practice because that's a huge fan base for us. That's a huge spot where recruiting and things of that nature. So we're going down there, and I got us on yellow buses. Just like a little league day for us, right? We're going on yellow buses. The offense have some better beats than defense have, and we're going to see who passed the loudest when we pull up, just like it was when you play little league football. So, everything is still in motion. Like, nothing stopped, right? Nothing stopped. Like, we're still going to play. Now, there's offensive linemen, right? Those guys are premium, right? You can't, different offensive line. Mark Petrie's still here, right? I'm excited about that. Like, Weatherspoon still. We got Trey Mack. We still got all those guys on the line. Byron Washington. Those dudes didn't come in and say they were leaving, right? Because, like, O-line, that is what changes the game, right? It's not that hard all the time to find a guy that is like 5'9", like 180 pounds, right, to go out and play football. And because different things happen a lot, right? There's a lot of those people in the world, but there's not a lot of big linemen. I was taught before, like, linemen are premium, right? It's hard to find them, so they come different. As long as we keep the line, right? Rickie Cruz and those guys are still here, then we're going to be fine. We got other guys. We got a freshman about to come who went to school around the corner that ran a 10.5. He's a lot faster. I'm not saying he's as mature as Trebor is right now, but when you go look at all the speed we brung on the team and things of that nature and stuff like that, so, like, we'll be fine. It's the same offense, similar to what they ran at Oregon, right? And all those guys did extremely well in college. and then go to the next level is just a little bit different, right? So like the system is set up, man. It's a real good system. That's set to have 3 to 4 guys always get a lot of yards. Like, who was our number one threat last year, guys? Who would you say the number one threat was for us?
I mean, you had Trebor, you had Jackson Meeks, you had Arondé Gatson, you had LeQuint in the backfield. You had a lot of weapons.
You still had Gill, who had these yards. You had all the
Sure.
people.
Yeah.
So when you're looking at all that, Amari Hatcher, who was starting X early on and ended up getting hurt, and Meeks eventually they competed and moved that out. So I'm saying that to say we're gonna have 4 guys this year again do extremely well when it comes to what we do.
Coach, you mentioned your system, and I did want to ask you about, like, it seems like what you said scared Trebor should be a good selling point, isn't it? You put Arondé in the league, your offensive coordinator was getting a sniff from the NFL. Isn't that a selling point now for players coming into the portal? That Kyle McCord, what he did in his first year for you guys.
That's what I said, and I pushed that and I went through there. But sometimes when you're young and you feel like, this is my last opportunity, I got to go with a guy that could do different, or you might not think that Rickie is the guy, right? Like, because I'm very transparent. I'm not sure how Rickie going to be good. He's super talented, but like, would he be good next year and not this year? Hey, that ain't your but that ain't your freaking job to be thinking that. I ain't got time for you to be doing all that stuff. Like, go ahead, man. There's a reason that he was recruited highly out of high school. You know what I'm saying? There was a reason that all these things happened. He can't help that Jaden Daniels was there, right? Or the next quarterback. Like, he had superstars in front of him. So when you're looking at those things, it's like, man, when they start trying to do your job and think too much and all, man, you got to go. Like, it's no point in them being there. Now, he's not the only one that may have different feelings and thoughts, and people be questioning stuff, right? So a lot of people question things. So, but I'm telling you this, he's a really good football player, really, really good. He's a good person. I think he'll be successful wherever he goes at. Like, but he's about him, right? He's about him to make sure he could do well, because this his last one, right? Like, he didn't have that, I'm going to lead this group. I'm the guy now. I'm in charge. I get a chance to do it. When we win this year, I'm the guy that done it. That's not him. He's about him. He's a him. You know what I'm saying? In a good way. Like, but everyone's not that leader that can go and do that, right? And pull the whole group and like, let's go, this mine, right? LeQuint Allen, hey, yo, this was his. Like, that's something that he stood on, right? We fought to have different guys do it. And we got some guys here now that are like Deuce Chestnut, that is his, right? Like, everyone in the crowd, and y'all that's trying to tamper with my guys, you better stop before I start. I'm not going to tell them to come at you. That's what I'm going to do. And when I come at you, it's going to be a little bit different, because I ain't going to keep talking all the time. But you got different guys on our, like Devin Grant. He's a leader. Like, he's vocal leader. He's pushing the guys. He's doing all those things. Deuce is doing that, right? And they're leading Demetrius Samuels, who is a true freshman that is super, super talented, that's starting corner for us. They're leading him and showing him how to do stuff. And when he messes up, they talking to him, they come at him, they get with him, and then get him to go. But, like, everybody doesn't have that ability. And if you don't got that in you, sometimes you just looking at you and you worry about my future, right? It ain't about team.
Fran, you brought up Rickie Collins. We want to go there next. We know that he had a great spring. You named him the starter. Did not play in the spring game due to injury. Kind of a two-part question. Can you tell us what you liked most about him in the spring? What won him the job? And then secondly, can you update all the fans listening on his injury? And is it something fans need to be concerned about going into the summer?
All right, so first off, you don't need to be concerned about him going in the summer. He'll be back to practice as soon as we get back in June. So he'll be good in June to go. Everything will be fine with that. I named him the starter because he was making some throws, and y'all know how much I love Kyle, right? He was making some big boy throws like that, right? He's making some throws that'd be amazing. Early on, it was tough because I was giving him 33% of the reps. Like, I was trying to give Jakari, MJ, and him an opportunity to run with the ones, run with the twos, get other guys to do it. So it was like a mixture of everybody going. And then he just started to do things, and he was throwing guys open. And he was making some throws that the other guys couldn't make. Like, and he was doing things that they couldn't do. But he loved the game. He in here all day, y'all. like he's in here watching film, like he's just wants to get better. So I said, okay, if we give him all these reps and we start to do the things that we do, the way we get to come back and practice and do stuff, if he takes all those reps, he's going to be so good. And you got all this time with him, right? You get 3 years with him. God willing, we get at least 2, right, before he tries to go to NFL, or I'll pull a Trebor at some point. But you get all this time with him. So, I mean, we're very thankful and excited about him, right? I think he's a good player. I think he's going to lead us. He got a lot to learn, right? He's going to keep learning. But I want a guy like him that has already learned from a Jaden Daniels and learned from the other quarterback they had there who was good that I played against when I was at Georgia. And then now he came here. He got to watch Kyle through the bowl game. It was around him then. And then Kyle is still here now. So Kyle's been here all this time, and they've got to hang out and watch tape a lot. Like Kyle's in there with him on Sunday mornings and different things like that. And just they're in there watching tape, watching film, watching tape. When you're going to go there above and beyond to do that, that means a lot to me. And we still going to go get another quarterback because MJ went in the portal. Who knows who else going to think about the portal over the next week. So I'm going to go get another guy to make sure I got another guy to be able to come in and help us. But, guys, I'm sold with Rickie. Like, I think we're going to do well. Everyone that's came up, former players, a couple of those jerseys on the back of the wall, they came up, seen him, and said, oh, yeah, he's going to be nice. So, like, everybody's, we all happy about him.
So not to put words in your mouth, Coach, but it sounds like we should expect, like, don't be surprised if we see some more names pop up in the portal in the next week or two.
Yeah, I said, I told a couple they had to go. It's difficult to play here now. Like, I'm demanding. There's a lot of things that we require that you do here, right? Starting from the faith all the way down academically. Like, you got to make sure you're checking in at breakfast, or is you sitting in the first 2 rows in the classroom? Like, and they don't require talent. Everybody can't consistently do that. So, and like, Trev left to secure his own future. So I'm not upset with him about him leaving, right? He left because he felt it wasn't going to be able to secure his future, right? Like, so that's some of the things you got to think of, right? But there's some people who don't want to follow rules that I got to tell to go. Because, like, when you're building a program and we're trying to build a good culture, like, you got to be able to follow stuff and do things the right way. So I told a couple guys to go. There's some guys that I'm telling them we're going to change their position and this is what you need to do. Or you're only probably going to play special teams. Some guys, like, since it's getting to an NFL model, it's like, no, you coming to play teams, right? We'll make sure you know that that's all you playing. Or you can go in the portal too. So it kind of goes like a lot of ways, which you'll see more guys going to portal. People going to go home. Let me tell you, because all the kids, like, then there's agents that be reaching out on behalf before the kids even going in the portal. It's so much they got to deal with. So you never know. Man, my son might go in the portal the way this shit like. But you got to, it's a lot that these kids deal with. So when they see 3 other dudes go in, they start getting more heart. And now they can do it, right? Because a lot of them ain't have the heart to do it, and they feel they could do it. So, like, Easter coming up. I wouldn't be surprised Friday if all over the country, because now they ain't got to see the coach's face and go sit in front of him like a man and tell him if they would do it, right? So, man, you're going to get this going up. We got another week. I would say we're going to at least get 10 kids probably to go in. Some who may not even be on scholarship that will go in that we're trying to help get somewhere. But then there's other guys that, like, yo, it's too deep in their position. Like, we've done a pretty good job recruiting here the last 2 years, right? And bringing guys in. If you just come and look at the size of the offensive line, look at our defensive line, look at the speed in the secondary and in the wide receiver room, we got a lot of speed, right? And a lot of talent. It's a lot of players coming here. I mean, just look at the people that was here on campus the last couple weekends, right? Recruits and stuff like that. That hasn't been like the norm around here. So a lot of stuff is changing. We're excited about it. I'm excited about the change. I'm excited about everything I get the opportunity to be a part of here at Syracuse. And I'm excited about our fans. Like, outside of that, like, we always talking about this other stuff and all, like the fans here. You know, I really appreciate y'all support, right? And I know you go up and down at times, you get mad about stuff and go, that's the nature of the business. That's a part of it. I'm thankful that you guys be there to support us, right? To be there to support our team. When we doing community service, I see y'all out and around and doing that. Like, our fan base is, y'all incredible. Like, just keep it up. And we're very thankful that we got an opportunity to have you guys as fans. Like, at the spring game, all those people that were there in the line for us to be able to mingle and talk to the fans. Like, I mean, that's what college football is about, right? The portal stuff is going to come and go. Part of the game, man.
Yeah. Along those lines, Paulie and I have been doing this a long time, and you have made this community care again about football, and it is very refreshing. I know we're running short on time. Anything we didn't touch on, Coach, that you want to get across to our listeners today before we part ways?
I just really told them everything. You know, I know there'll be a lot of stuff that's going on. Let me just always remember, I'm never going to duck no rat because they thought I just ducked the media. I knew something was coming along, right? But I'll never do that. And just secondly, I thought we had a pretty good spring, right? And we're going to have a good summer. And if it's just anything that you guys ever think that we can do, put it out there. Our recruiting staff usually find out. Y'all see players out there that we should be recruiting. Let us know, right? Like, we're looking for certain positions, right? I'm looking for a linebacker in the portal, right? So if you can play linebacker and you out there, as the big homie Coach Prime said, I ain't hard to find either, right? Holler at me, right? We'll take care of you. There's different things like that. But outside of that, I'm very thankful for the opportunity that I have to be here at Syracuse, to sit in this office, to be the head football coach, to not just lead the football program, but to also be able to lead the community, because this is one of the best communities in the world. And Syracuse, y'all know how I feel about y'all, the city of all. I love you guys.
Well said, Coach. All the best to you and your family. Great job with the spring.
I'm available at linebacker if you'd like.
I don't think you bring much to the table, Paul.
Ain't too little. But listen, y'all enjoy y'all Easter, right? Tomorrow, good for
you as well.
Y'all enjoy the Easter, man. Be safe, all right?
All right, you as well, Coach. Happy Easter to you and the family. We'll talk again soon.
Peace.
Thanks for coming on.
Yeah.
All right, Coach Fran joining us here on the show. And with that, we'll hit a timeout. A lot to digest. 315-437-7644. We are back after this on ESPN.